your day. So yeah, let's try them together. Okay, we're going to begin with our feet shoulder width apart. And we're going to clasp our left wrist with our right hand. And we're going to do a Taoist hand seal. So it looks like this. And we are right away, as soon as we start with a single movement, we have hand seals and we have alignment with acupuncture points and meridians. So here's the hand seal that we're forming. And we're going to place both hands on the Mingmen, which is slightly above the sacrum, this gate of life. And we're going to apply pressure with our right hand squeezing onto a point that we call Neiguan, which is the inner pass. So once we have this all aligned, we're simply going to circle through the pelvis. So let's take our pelvis to one side, then to the back, then to the opposite side and the front. And we're just going to circle the pelvis in this way slowly. Knees are slightly bent. We're reaching out through the top of our head and keeping our head positioned stably. We don't need to, the head is not moving, it's staying in one position. We're going to inhale for half the circle. This is important. So we inhale, and then for the opposite half of the circle, we're going to exhale. In this way, we're regulating, harmonizing our breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Inhale, exhale. This movement is called Bulao Qingsong, never old, light, and free, like the green pine tree. So just like a pine tree stands for hundreds of years in one position, this posture mimics that longevity idea of stillness. Breathing in, breathing out. So here we're getting movement through the pelvis, which has had stagnation from sitting for many hours. We're going to now clasp the opposite wrist. So now left hand clasping right wrist, squeezing on the inner pass, Neiguan, about 4 fingers up from the wrist crease, placing that on the Mingmen, essentially on top of the sacrum, a little bit above. All of these alignments of acupuncture points, the hand seals, aligning the meridians through the fingers, are all designed to calm the spirit, calm the nervous system. We're going to reverse the direction we are going. We're going to go to the side, back, side, front. Harmonize the breathing again. Inhale, exhale. You can make this movement as large or as small as you like. You can, when extending through the top of the head and tucking the chin, possibly even feel the vertebrae at the base of the neck gaining movement and gaining rotation as well. This posture is stimulating what we call the belt meridian, the Dai Mai. So the belt meridian is kind of like the equator of the earth. It wraps around our center. If the spine is like the axis of the earth, the Dai Mai, the belt meridian, is like the equator. By nourishing and tonifying the belt meridian, as we're doing right now, we can call back, again, that yang qi that we were talking about, that yang qi like from the sun. We have that yang qi within our body, which is our life force energy, and we slowly, through the aging process, can lose it and leak it out, especially through our root, right? And so when we do this motion, we're stimulating the belt meridian, which keeps all that life force energy kind of cinched in, like a belt does. When the Dai Mai becomes weakened, we can lose more yang qi than necessary. So think about your yang qi drawing back up through the root, back up into your body, and stably staying in the dantian because we have this tonified belt meridian. Good, so we can do this 7 times in each direction, anytime throughout the day, or as many times as feels convenient for you. Next movement, let's bring feet together, and we're going to simply circle through the knees. You can place the hands on top of the knees with no weight. You can also stabilize the knee by pinching into these 2 little kind of eyelets, these 2 valleys on either side of the knee, and then the thumb naturally coming up, stimulating the spleen meridian, the sea of blood, Shriya high point right here. We're just going to circle gently through the knees. We can start out really small, putting your mind into your ankles, feeling the rotation there, feeling the rotation through the knees, of course, but then also feeling the rotation deep in the hip socket or the quad. Harmonizing the breathing again. We're going to inhale for half the circle, exhale for half the circle. Doesn't matter which half. So inhale, exhale. I'm going to show you a side view here. We want to sink down through the pelvis, straight back. If you can't go this low, that's okay, but this rising and falling, pumping through the legs is important for pumping blood back to the heart. Let's go the opposite direction. So whatever direction you weren't going before, breathe in and out. If you have trouble kind of bending into this squat position, you can actually have hands counterweight in front of you. You can even use a stool or a wall to help stabilize you. If you were fully able to execute this, you want to rise and fall almost like an accordion, breathing with the movements, pumping through the legs, feet flat on the floor. Good. Next one, we'll go wider, also circling through the knees. These Yang-Sheng principles are based in simplicity and daily application. So although these are very simple movements, they're enhanced by combining our mind and our breathing and doing them every day. So same hand position. We're going to go inside to outside. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Then reverse, inhale, exhale. Keeping feet flat on the floor, rotating through the knees, hips, and ankles. Pumping blood throughout the body. Good. Next one, we're going to move through our shoulders in a circular motion. This can be really helpful for relieving tension from the neck and from slouching. When we're, working on our computer, slouching forward, there's tension through the chest and shoulders. Making sure that we have rotation and movement through the entire arm daily is important. We're going to sink down into our feet, reach out through the top of the head. We're going to breathe into one side, tracing the path of our magnetic field. We lift under the armpits, ripple out through the hands, come back towards center. Shift the upper body to center and about 70% of the weight now onto one side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to center. Turn to a 45-degree angle, shift the weight. Inhale. Exhale. Turn and inhale. Exhale. You can picture your energy like a sphere around you. And picture that just like the Earth, our magnetic field rises up from the equator to the pole and back down through the center. Balancing left and right side, oxygenating the blood. Good. Then continuing to picture your magnetic field, just like the magnetic field of the Earth, we're going to reverse the direction. Breathing in, lifting, open, drop down through the elbows, curve the hands, scooping inwards. And again, as if energy is coming up through the root, out through the crown, and circling back down towards the belt meridian. Just like the weather patterns of the Earth. Inhale. Exhale. Relax and sink. Let's go one more time each side. Inhale. Exhale. Relax and sink. Good. Then let's breathe in, gather from all around. Again, picturing that magnetic field, bringing your energy back, storing it into the dantian. Good. And one more movement that I would like to share, very beneficial for lower back pain and pelvis, is called Willow Sways in the Breeze. So this is kind of a big movement, and I want us to enter into it slowly. I want us to start, you can stay facing forward. I'm going to show you the side profile so you can understand the alignment. I'd like us to just start by rolling down into a bent over position to start. Still breathing deep into the lower abdomen. And just let yourself hang over, opening up through the pelvis here. So we're opening through the SI joint and the sacrum and that energetic space we call the gate of life, the Mingmen. Opening this, exposing it to that yang qi from above. Then slowly what I'd like us to do is just loosen up through the lower back, swaying. You're activating the hamstrings behind your legs here, staying actively lifted behind the knee and swinging left and right. Good. So now, when you feel ready, we're going to go into the Willow Sways in the Breeze movement. We'll rise all the way up on one side, rotate palms to face the heavens, going down again, rotate the palms, keeping them cupped upwards. Change direction. Inhale. Exhale, release the lower back and sway. Opposite side again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Stretching upwards. Exhale. Release the lower back. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you're complete, just hang over, relax the neck to come up, bend the knees, tuck the pelvis, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, and restack the spine. Bring one foot in. So before we go back into our conversation, I'd like to just show those postures one more time, one time on each side. And again, I would suggest that throughout our working day, we apply these movements either one by one, just standing up next to your desk, moving and breathing a little bit, sitting back down to work. And I promise you that this will rejuvenate you, allow you to focus better, and prevent or help relieve pain that has already been caused by too much sitting. So again, first movement, Bulao Ching Song, clasping behind the back, pinching on the inner pass, and we're just going to circle and breathe. You could do this just for 60 seconds, for 1 minute. Remember, breathe in and breathe out. Eventually, you will reverse the direction and reverse the clasping hand on the back. One more time, it looks like this. Continuing to circle, feeling that rotation in the base of the neck, feeling space and movement through all of the vertebrae of the spine. Then, either separately later in the day or continuing with this set, you're just going to circle through the knees, squatting down, pumping blood back to the heart through this up and down motion. Unify the breathing, this is important. And reverse the direction. Always matching the breathing, half the movement inhale, half the movement exhale. Then simply open to a wider stance and circle the knees in to out and out to in. Restack the spine, again continuing or separate later in the day. You can harmonize your energetic field, gain movement through the shoulders. Inhale to about a 45-degree angle, exhale. Turn opposite side, inhale, exhale. Eventually reversing the flow, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Closing by inhale to exhale, storing in the dantian. And then finally, willow sways in the breeze, big movement. You'll warm up to this in whatever way you need to. First, by opening up the lower back by swaying, engaging the back side of the leg, and eventually inhale. Come up, opening through the rib cage. Exhale, release the lower back. Inhale, exhale. Then slowly and carefully tucking the pelvis, bending the knees, rolling up. So this final movement, willow sways in the breeze too, I just wanted to point out, since we've been talking a lot about that yang qi and harvesting the yang qi. One of the reasons why we keep palm up, even when we're down, we keep palm up. And then when we come up, we, again, face palms up. This is all, again, that same principle of just like rain or dew, it comes down from the heavens above. So does this yang qi. So if we don't have palms up, so we know this, the Yongquan is like a small little bowl, a place where energy can pool. If the bowl is upside down, it cannot accumulate. That subtle energy like dew would accumulate on a leaf. And so we'll often see this theme in different movements that are meant and designed to harvest this yang qi from the rising sun in the mornings, palms facing up. So I hope that that can be of benefit for all.
Wonderful demonstration. Thank you. And that's really intriguing.